If you lost it all, still believe in yourself. No one's gonna say you gotta.
Hello. Welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chrissy. This is Kick It with Chrissy, and I'm so excited to kick it with you. And how you been doing? How we doing today? Are you having a good day? Are you having a stressed out day? Do you need like a mental health day? I do. Let me know how you are doing in the comments. Are you getting in your water? How's your family? Just let me know in the comments. And I need a good laugh today. I need a good chuckle. So hopefully this reaction will provide some, what is it, levity to my life, some lightness to my life. We are going to be reacting to a video that the ABC Australia and ABC Entertainment put out a little while ago. I've had this in my like watch later list, just waiting to react to it. And then of course I saw Sunny Side Up Gal reacted to it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we are on the same wavelength. So again, like so many other videos, I have not watched hers yet because I don't want it to skew my like opinions or whatever I say. But if you haven't seen her video reacting to this, I will link it in the description. I'm a huge fan, love her. And I am so excited to share this video with y'all and try to get some laughs. Try to get some laughs. The video that we are talking about today is going to be fat people answer questions you wouldn't ask to their face. You can't ask that full episode. So I'm assuming that this is a segment that they do, like you can't ask that as a segment. And so we're gonna see if, first of all, if I've ever heard anyone ask these questions out loud. So because if you don't know, I used to be 350 pounds. Boop. I am not 350 pounds anymore, and my journey's not over, but it's a lot closer to the finish line than it is to the beginning. So I know where they're coming from. I was fat for a long time, and yeah, so I just want to see, have I heard these questions before? Do I feel like they are like questions that you should not ask? And I don't know, just to hopefully be happy and get some laughs, get some chuckles out, and entertain you guys. So without further ado, like the video because I know you're gonna like the video. Comment something down below. Please talk to me. And subscribe. We have hit over 100 subscribers at this point. Last I looked, it was like 106. I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Times 106. I really appreciate each and every one of you that is here. I respond to each and every one of you that is in the comments talking to me. I talk back, and I can't believe all of you guys are here and you like seeing my content. So hopefully I can put out some more good quality content and keep making you guys happy and learn more about y'all as y'all learn more about me. So now I'm gonna start. Well, now I'm gonna stop yapping so I can start yapping about this video. Let's go.
So should I just pick up one of these?
Yeah, in a moment.
Okay.
First question. Question is,
Oh, the first one is, why are you so fat?
I asked myself that question for a lot of years.
I didn't really have a lot to say in it. I didn't.
Why are you so fat? Why are you so fat? Like the first girl said, I've asked myself that question. Actually, you know what? I don't really think I have asked myself that question of why am I so fat? I was always pretty self-aware of why I was fat. Like I knew that I was overeating. I knew I had a bad relationship with food. I knew that I had a hinge eating disorder. Yeah, I knew. I knew. Um I didn't the better question, that I've asked myself would be, like, why is it so hard to lose weight? I've asked myself that question a lot. Why is it so hard to lose weight? And that might be shocking coming from me who has lost over 170 pounds. The answer to that question is losing weight is very simple, but breaking old habits is difficult. And when you have a mountain or years of bad habits backing up your bad decisions, it makes it even more difficult. So, by breaking down your bad habits one at a time, it makes it more obtainable. No pun intended, but like breaking it into bite-sized pieces, it makes it less scary, less daunting. But no, I've never heard anyone say, "Why are you so fat?"
Wake up one day and think, I think I might be fat.
I'm fat probably because that's the way the women are in my family. We're all the same shape.
I've been a former sumo wrestler. Everyone knows what a sumo wrestler is. They're all huge, big, fat, fat guys.
Why I'm so fat is because I don't train as much and I don't look after myself in the eating department.
I eat regular food. I put on more weight than other people.
I did go up.
I don't even know what does it mean.
Why are you so rude?
Seeing that when I went on Weight Watchers for something like 3 years,
Much and I don't look after myself in the eating department.
I eat regular food. I put on more weight than other people.
I ate regular food. I put on more weight than other people. You may be okay. First of all, I would like to know what his definition of regular food is, and then I would like to know how much you are eating, because typically calories in versus calories out. Most people are not so special to not or to defy the laws of thermodynamics. The redheaded lady said it's just how the women in my family are. Now, that's problematic, absolutely, and it takes a whole lot of responsibility off of you if you can just blame it on the women in your family. And I have watched all the women in my family, especially on my mom's side, struggle with their size, struggle with their weight. I mean, I know my grandma's tried many diets. The apple cider vinegar diet she did for probably years. She probably still takes a shot of apple cider vinegar. And it's bad habits, it's bad diets that make people think that it is so, like, that there's a magic bullet out there. And really, the magic bullet is you. You are the magic bullet. Learning to control yourself, learning your discipline. Discipline is the magic bullet. That's it.
I did go up and down a lot. And it's interesting that when I went on Weight Watchers for something like 3 years, I didn't actually feel that much better about my body. I didn't wear bathers, I didn't wear tight-fitting clothes. And I think that's because a lot of it's in your head about how you feel about yourself.
It pretty much comes down.
Yes, mental health has a huge mental health is a huge player in your weight. Mental health is a huge component about how you feel about your body. But notice she said I didn't feel better in my body, and then she goes to list a bunch of very vain things, very surface level things, like I didn't wear bathers or swimsuits. Like, okay, but like, did you feel better at a lower weight just because you were doing Weight Watchers, which I've seen a lot of problematic things with Weight Watchers. I mean, the point system can be good for a lot of people, and like I've talked about with other diets, it may not be the right diet for you. If you watched my last video, that's why there's so many diets, because there's one for everybody. And maybe counting points isn't good for you, especially if you find a way to skirt around or cheat the point system. I mean, look at Alexandra Rodriguez. She's been on Weight Watchers for so long, counting points for so long. And for what? Like, it's Weight Watchers is supposed to help you eat lower calorie without you focusing on a number like CALs, but you're focusing on a point system, and it's not beneficial for everyone. Just putting more whole foods in your body would help. If you started eating less processed foods, it would help. It's a lot harder to eat, or it's a lot harder to overeat ultra processed foods.
Down the headspace, I think, for me. When I was growing up,
It's a lot harder to overeat whole foods.
Bless his heart.
always a skinny, thin lad. I think in my 20s, had a few relationship issues, kind of got lazy and sort of let go of myself. And then ever since then, it's been a bit of a roller coaster.
Being labelled fat from a young age has made it very difficult to live a confident life.
People say that I'm fat, that I can't do this, but
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, it starts from childhood. I know for me, it absolutely started from childhood. I was an obese kid for sure. And it happened after my parents' divorce when I was like 8. I started gaining weight. I've struggled with weight my whole life. I've watched my family struggle with their weight, mostly the women struggle with their weight, my whole life. And it's habits learned. Excuse me. It's habits learned. And if we don't learn as the higher generation, the leading generation, we are going to pass on the bad behaviors to our children and the children in our family. We have a responsibility and a duty not only to ourselves, but to the kids that we are in charge of.
Always prove them wrong.
Kids always tease me. I was always given crap. You get used to it, but it's not pleasant.
There's a thing we call good fatty, bad fatty. If you're a good fatty, then you're fat, but you still do exercise, you still eat well, you justify yourself, then you behave in a way that is acceptable. You
are not eating healthy if you are still fat. I mean, if you're on a journey, then sure. But you're not going to continue to gain weight if you are truly eating healthy.
are an ashamed fat person.
Oh, what a good fatty.
But if you pile your plate high, you're really hungry and you're just eating away, then and you don't show any shame,
Oh, what a bad fatty. They're having chips.
then that's when people might start looking at you sideways.
Oh, bad fatty.
We're all
A bad fatty. I've literally never been around anyone that's ever called someone a good fatty or a bad fatty. I've never heard that term until I started learning about the fat acceptance movement and body positivity movements and stuff like that. Oh, that's a bad fatty. What? Like, people do not care about your body as much as you think they do. They just don't.
human beings and we all deserve respect. And if you want to sit on the couch and eat donuts all day, whether you're thin or fat, that doesn't mean that you should be condemned.
When people say, why are you so fat? I usually say, why are you so rude?
Do people treat you differently?
Do you think someone's actually said that to her? Why are you so fat? Do you think you're just like waiting for the subway or something and like people just look over at you and be like, can I ask you something? Why are you so fat? Like, that is not happening. Like, that's not happening.
Differently because you're fat?
Yes.
Yes.
Hell yes, they treat me differently because I'm fat.
If I'm in public, somebody pretty much says something to me on the street.
A guy came up to me and snorted like a pig in my face.
Yeah, pig noises, dog noise.
Okay, I have had one experience walking into work one day where I was crossing in front of a vehicle, like in the parking lot, going into work at a clothing store. And I heard someone moo at me out of the window. And that was one time in my whole life. She is saying that every single time she goes out, somebody makes a noise about her. Like, no. I don't buy it. Like, I really don't, like, at all. Most people are overweight these days. Like, she's not overweight, she's morbidly obese, but most people, 73% of people are overweight or obese.
Noises, cow noises. They get really generous with the farmyard.
People look at you like you're a lower class of person.
People don't invite me to things that involve movement.
I was riding down the waterfront. I gave a little ding ding of my bell because there were some people spread across. And as I passed them, the mother, it was a woman with like teenage kids. The mother goes, keep pedaling, you fat bitch. And I was like, you're in front of your kids.
If someone actually said that, that's absolutely horrible. You're a horrible example for your children. Like, that is completely unnecessary. I have never seen anyone yell obscenities at anyone about their body weight. Like, never. I've never seen that. Like I said, I had one experience where someone mooed at me, and that was it in my whole life. So I mean, and she's smiling about that. Like, is it like, if people saying it on the internet, yeah, I could see people saying that, but saying it to your face, people don't have enough balls to say it to people's face. No way.
The worst are kids, because they don't have that filter. I've just had kids come up to me before and say, you're fat, straight out, you're fat.
Yeah, I'm going to horrify my grandmother and say that probably the meanest thing people say is they just call me a fat cunt.
You have to stop caring so much what people think of you. And you just say, well, that person wants to yell at me on the street. Well, the world's full of assholes.
Because I'm a blogger. And
I mean, I'm not trying to minimize their experiences. I've never seen this. Like, where do you live that people are just yelling at people on the street? Most people are so busy with their nose in their phones. She's a blogger. She's got her nose in her camera all day. So, I mean, like, people really do not put that much thought into others, in my opinion. Am I wrong? Like, you're really not that special.
an activist who's pretty visible online. I get those online a lot. One guy actually said that he was going to smash my face with a hammer if he saw me in public. It was great because I was able to track him down.
See, that's online. People would not say that in public. And this guy probably would not do that. But, I mean, it can be scary when people are threatening you on the internet, and we've seen people take things from the internet to real life all the time, so you just never know what threats are real and what threats are not. But, I mean, people say the craziest thing on the internet. We used to say that the WWW was standing for Wild Wild West.
He was emailing from his employer.
I find people just don't want to be close to you. Ugh, I don't want to talk to that person. He's a fat prick.
Me and my mates, we walked into one of the buffet restaurants. And when we get there, they stopped us in the door. They said, like, we're not allowed to go in anymore. They were afraid that their business is going to shut down because of us eating that much.
They assume that I will always want to eat their leftovers. If there's,
I mean, businesses serve businesses have the right to turn down anyone. And I mean, if there's a buffet, I don't know. I mean, I assume they live in a different country than America, but America has huge people. We have huge people that will go to buffets all the time, and I've never seen anyone get turned down from ordering a buffet. Never.
1 or 2 mouthfuls left of something on a plate at a party that I'm the one who'll eat it. Here, you can be the human garbage disposal. Once upon a time, I lived that because that's what I thought I had to do.
Once upon a time, he lived that because he thought that was what he had to do. Like, oh my God. You teach people how to treat you. So if your friend has asked you on multiple different occasions, hey, I don't really want the rest of this. Do you want it? Do you want it? And you said yes multiple times, and then you get to the 5th time, the 5th occasion, and then all of a sudden you're offended. Like, you don't want to be the garbage disposal anymore. That's how you put it, the garbage disposal. You're like projecting that onto your friends and the people around you. If people are coming to a dinner party, I would assume that they're people that care about you. Why would you think that they are trying to treat you like a garbage disposal? Maybe they were just asking if you wanted it. Maybe it's more of a projection thing. Not everyone's intentions are negative.
People ask, how do you wipe your butt? Personally, I prefer the neck of a swan. How do you wipe your butt? Unless you're standing on your head, I'm doing it the same as you, probably.
I think people just look at you and think that you're basically a failure in life. No one wants to be fat. No one grows up saying, I want to be fat.
I'm not a stereotype.
No one has ever asked how you wipe your butt to your face. No one has asked you that. I mean, I understand the title is questions you wouldn't ask to their face, but some of these answers are portraying it as if people have indeed asked this to their face. No one has asked that. And by the way, when I was 350 pounds, guess what? I couldn't even reach all the way around me at 350 pounds. I had to scoop through the legs. That's probably an overshare. So it's not that far-fetched to assume that you may not be able to reach when you have so much tissue that you can't get around. But nobody cares. Nobody cares. That's not the questions that people are wondering behind your back is, how do you wipe your ass? I promise. Nobody cares what you do in the bathroom. That's disgusting.
I'm a person with my own individual traits. One of them happens to be I'm fat.
Okay. How do you feel about
Being fat, though, is a trait that you can change. You can solve. You can heal. Water break. You don't have to be fat. It's a choice. You don't have to be fat. You could start taking care of your body. You could start showing yourself some self-love, some self-respect. You could learn some discipline. You could learn not to be controlled by your urges and by the impulses in your head.
the word obese?
It's a word. I don't tend to have feelings towards words.
Well, I'm yet to meet a fat person who likes the word obese.
I don't even understand it. So I don't. If anyone said it to me, I don't even know.
Obese is a scientific term. So yeah, you shouldn't feel any type of way about it. You either are or you are not. It's just a category.
What does it mean?
In the original Latin, it refers to somebody who eats so much that they become very fat.
Obese means that you've failed at being fat. It means that you've taken the next step from being fat to being extra fat.
It's a pretty loaded word, and I much prefer the word fat.
Being fat is...
What? Is obese too heavy for you? Is it like a heavy topic for you? The word obese originates from the Latin word obesus. Ooh, obesus. Which means stout, fat, or plump. It is formed from two Latin words, ob, meaning over or away, and adire, meaning to eat. Together, the literal translation of obesus roughly translate to having eaten until fat, that has eaten itself fat. So, yeah. Yeah, that seems accurate. That checks out.
Bad enough. Obese is like, it's the O word. It's something that you don't want mentioned to you.
If you want to call me obese, you can call me obese. If you want to call me fat, you can call me fat. As long as you don't use it to label me as a bad person, then use whatever word you want.
Yeah, I know deep in the back of
Your weight has nothing to do whether you're a good person or a bad person. It's just a measure of health. There are good people that are fat, and there are bad people that are fat.
on my head, on my beast, but I just don't want to say it to myself.
When was the last time you were skinny?
Define skinny.
I've never been skinny. Even when I was born, I was a big chubby baby.
I was kind of average until I was 11, 12, 13 maybe, puberty, you know, but I've never been skinny. I've never wanted to be skinny.
My mother just couldn't lift me up anymore.
Yeah, let's define skinny. Like, what does that mean? When's the last time you were skinny? Who's wondering these questions? Do you ever look at a fat person and goes, when's the last time they were skinny, you think? Like, we're not looking for skinny. We want you to be healthy. I want health for everyone. I want you to be healthy as you can be. I want you to be able to move your body and live your life without restriction as much as possible. I want health for everyone. There are so many people that have so many other conditions that are out of their control that they cannot take precautions, cannot take steps to resolve. And yet there are fat people, obese people who are restricting their lives, minimizing what they can do in life, what their bodies can perform and move, and just limiting themselves so much. And it is something that they can control. You don't have to be limited if you don't want to be. And that's just talking about physically, not to mention the mental health benefits of being able to get your body healthy, to be able to trust yourself again, to be able to have confidence in yourself, saying that I am someone that I can trust. When I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to stick to it. There's so much power in being able to love yourself and being able to learn that food is just fuel for moving your body around. There's so much freedom in breaking the emotional ties that you have to food and simply just seeing it as the fuel that it was meant to be. That doesn't mean that you can't enjoy the holiday parties and building memories with your family. My daughter and I bake together all the time. We build so many memories baking. But the food doesn't have an emotional pull on me anymore. The memories that we are making does, and we have even more memories of jumping on her trampoline or pushing her in her swing or running up and down the driveway, like having so many active memories. And I'm so grateful that I've been able to instill some good habits in her, as well as feeling like I'm not taking away from her childhood by having memories of baking Christmas cookies and baking desserts and making a feast for Thanksgiving. Like, you can have all of it. You can have it all, but you can't have it all the time. You know, you can't have it all and then some.
When I was like 4 or 5, it's just my genetic makeup. I don't have a clue what being skinny is like.
When I was a child, I actually wasn't.
It's not your genetic makeup. It's bad habits that have been passed down to you. It's just years and decades of misinformation and not being educated. And it is not your fault what happened to you as a child, but it is your fault as an adult to fix it.
What you call overweight. In my family, there is a real phobia of fat, especially along my father's side of the family.
Losing weight is considered that's like a magic thing and people want it.
So I asked to go on a diet when I was 8. I asked my mum. She had already dieted. In fact, once when I was about 4 or 5, she'd taken me to her fat club. That week she'd put on weight. So they made her wear a piggy snout and sing a song about being a pig. So if you think of a 4 or 5-year-old witnessing that public humiliation, you're going to start.
That would be so traumatizing. And if that is true, that is so damaging and so horrible. I'm sorry you had to see that. And I am sorry that your mother had to go through that. That is absolutely a toxic environment. 2 things can be true at once. There are bad fitness clubs or fat clubs out there that will humiliate and tear down and bully people into trying to lose weight. But unfortunately, these days, the line seems to be crossed in what exactly is bullying and what is just people speaking their opinion or being honest. Not everything people say that you disagree with is bullying, but wearing a pig snout in a group meeting, like, first of all, you wouldn't catch me doing it. I would never do that. I would have walked out of the meeting. But for her self-esteem to be so low that she wore it through the meeting and had such little self-respect for herself to let people treat her that way probably did more damage than just the piggy snout itself on her. Watching her mother.
To get that mindset that fat is bad.
I lived through 20 plus, nearly 25 years of a very severe eating disorder. I was still fat all the way through it.
I got pneumonia.
Where's the receipts? Where's the receipts?
And I was in the hospital for more than a week and I lost about 15 kilos. So what people might publicly have seen as, you know, me looking my best, I was actually extremely sick. Yeah.
I used to want to be skinny.
Yes, losing weight isn't always done healthfully. That's why people who make content like I make push health, not thinness, not skinty. Health, strong, vibrant people who are fueling their body and who have discipline.
It's not the word slim. It was the sort of, you know, idea that I used to think was going to make me a better person or was going to fix my life. And what bullshit.
Why don't you just eat?
The weight will not fix your life. It's all the extra work that you do up here to maintain the weight that changes your life. Changing your habits changes the person that you are, which changes your life. But if you can lose weight without changing your habits and without changing your life, I find it hard to believe that you can maintain weight loss without changing your life. And that's just been my experience over trying to lose weight for the past 5 years.
Less. Well, that makes sense.
When I used to diet and I lost weight, it felt like a huge achievement. And then it always came back. And then I felt like I failed.
It's not always
Yes, because you're dieting. You're not changing your diet. You're not finding a new diet that fits your lifestyle, that helps you perform the way you want to perform. You are picking these fast and easy things that, okay, I'll just eat one apple and drink this super shake 3 times a day and I'll lose weight. Yes, but are you going to eat an apple and drink your super shake the rest of your life? No. You know what you can do the rest of your life? Eat 150 to 200 grams of protein, or 200 grams of protein a day. Add some colors to your plate. Indulge in a sweet treat every now and then once you have control. Easy. Easy.
always about how much you eat. We all know that thin person who eats heaps and never seems to put on weight. Well,
It's because they have a more active lifestyle, and it's because they don't always eat like that. Thermodynamics, calories in, calories out. How else do you think that professional food eaters are able to maintain a slimmer figure? Because they are on a strict regimen all the other time. They tend to have fasting periods before and after their events, and they eat the copious amounts of food all at once. Calories in, calories out. You have to maintain a balance. You have to expend the energy that you are putting into your body. You have to train. You have to build muscle. You have to understand that if you're going to, you have to understand that life is about balance, just like the things you put in your body is about balance.
it goes the other way too.
Some people will like sweat it off and lose like 10 kilos in under a week, but I sweat. I train hard. It's like
Sweating will not make you lose fat. It will make you lose water weight. I did a fit myth about this. Sweating does not mean that you will lose weight. Just because you sweat in the gym and you train hard in the gym does not mean you're going to lose weight if you are overeating the amount of calories that you are expending.
good, but still I only like lose 2 or 3 kilos.
Until one day I realised it was the systems that failed. It was the diet. It was the pills. They were unsustainable.
Is the lack of knowledge. Yes, exactly. That's what he's saying right now. They were unsustainable. That's why you find something that will be sustainable for you.
There's a reason that those companies make lots of money. It's because they have repeat customers.
Yeah, I have a bad relationship with food. I've never had a good one. All the good stuff seems to be something that I dislike. All the bad stuff seems to be things that I'll consume in bucket loads.
It's not.
Diet companies that make pills and shakes like Hydroxycut and stuff like that make like these pills and the fat burning supplements, and you take these, they are profiting off of you because they know that you are lazy. You want the easiest thing possible. You want to get to A to Z and not have to do anything but take a little pill. You got to where you were, actively overstuffing yourself. You can get yourself out of it. You can change your life, but you can't do it just by taking a magic pill. The magic pill that you take every morning is discipline. That's the pill that you take. Discipline. Discipline. I don't feel like working out today. Oh, discipline. Oh, my mental health is in the toilet today. Discipline. Doing it anyway. You're doing it anyway. You're doing it anyway. You're getting those reps in. You're getting the habit in, regardless.
Not that I love to eat a lot, but it's just that I love to taste everything. Anything edible, I'll eat it.
Got myself up to about 200 kilos and like you're kind of thinking I should eat less and whatnot, but then it's just something that you just do.
Cut the plate in half, eat only half my food, and then 3 hours later I'd be starving and I'd probably go into the pantry and eat the first thing I could find. And if that was chocolate biscuits, it'd be chocolate biscuits. If it was a carrot, I'd probably just go for chocolate biscuits.
Got a local pizza joint up my way. It's drive-through. Of all things, it's drive-through. Even if I'm on a health kick and someone would say...
Again, it's drive-through. It's quick, it's easy, it's fast, it's instant, it's dopamine hitting. As far as cutting your plate in half and eating that, don't cut your plate in half. Get a smaller plate, invest in smaller plates, and measure your food out. Boop, 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 boop. Get your protein, get your veggie, get maybe a little carby, fats, starches, some sweet potatoes maybe, and eat 75% of it, wait 20 minutes. If you're still hungry, finish it. Bang. Or, I mean, if you're on a deficit like me, then eat the whole thing because you've measured the whole thing out and you really need to get all of your nutrients in.
For pizza, I usually say yes.
That question's kind of a trap for fat people because if I say, well, I eat a well-rounded diet, then they may think or say, well, you're a liar. And then if you start saying, well, I actually eat, whatever I want and I eat cake every day, then people are like, well, of course you do because you're fat.
Are you worried about...
I mean, do you eat cake every day? Do you? I'm sure there's people that probably eat cake every day. I would love to eat cake every day, actually. But I'm not going to. We're not children anymore. Grow up.
your health?
This question usually reads to me more like, I think you should be worried about your health.
In a word, yes. Being the way I am is not good for me.
Do I have health issues? Yes. Do I think they're because I'm heavy? Maybe.
There is currently a real moral obligation to health. People who don't want to say, ew, I think fat is gross, usually say, are you worried about your health?
I have diabetes, type 2, which is sometimes seen as the fat diabetes. I accept that my body comes with risks.
Being 40 years of age now, I feel sometimes...
So you are just okay with having type 2 diabetes, possibly dying from type 2 diabetes. You've accepted that your body has risks. Do you guys hear how crazy that sounds? That's like, it's literally like watching an addict. It's like watching an episode of Intervention and you're talking to the person that's addicted to drugs and they're like, yeah, I shoot up heroin. I accept that my lifestyle has risks. Huh? What are you what? It's not okay. It's not okay. And for some reason, people have such a hard time pointing it out because it's weight. But any other addiction, you don't have a problem pointing out. Food can be an addiction.
Times like I'm 60, creaking knees and ankles.
Just worried about it. If my legs will be able to, to hold me.
I think as you get older, the more weight you have on you, the worse it is.
When I worry about my health, it's not so much about my size. I am most concerned about my stress levels.
It's not that I fat being lazy. I'm big, but I do hard work.
I work as an academic and I have a 20-month-old toddler and I have...
She is a parent. She's a parent. The habits that she has is passing on to her child. You are choosing a life of struggle for your child if you are not learning what food does to your body and if you are not fueling your own body properly. Not only will you not be around to run with them and play with them and be as active with them as children would love to be, but you are teaching them that treating their bodies like shit, putting shit inside their body is perfectly normal. It's normal to have high stress levels because your mental health is struggling so bad because of all of the ultra-processed food that you're putting in your body. I mean, not everyone has mental health struggles only because of the food that they put in their body. Some of us are just born that way.
Burn the candles at both ends sometimes.
My brain kicks over every morning going, this is the day I'm going to change things. And then as the day progresses, old habits kick in and it always becomes I'll do it tomorrow. I've always been that sort of person that, I won't pay the bill until the reminder comes. Mate, the late fees and interest when it comes to a heart attack is death. And that's something that you don't want to go down that road.
The realistic situation is it's very, difficult to lose weight and keep it off. If you are fat, you may as well live your life happily.
I'm big and most people said that being fat.
You might as well live your life fat and be happy. And that is what is so dangerous because that is the message that fat people hear all the time. Well, we already got here, so you might as well enjoy the ride because you're gonna die soon. So it's okay. Just eat whatever you want. Eat that cake every day. It's okay. We're gonna die soon anyway, so it's all right. Who cares that your kids are begging you to go outside? And who cares that your 20-month-old runs into the street and you're so fat that you can't chase after them and save their life? Who cares? You're gonna die anyway. So what is it? Who cares that, you're eating like shit, so you feed your kid like shit, and then your kid is 7 years old at 250 pounds and dies because he can't breathe because his fat is crushing the weight of him. He can't fucking breathe and he dies because he's bedridden at 7 years old. I'm talking about Casper O'Brien again, because that story is so important, and it is a testament to why parents need to learn better food behavior. It's a testament to parents needing to break bad habits and to say, no, we are not okay with just being fat anymore, and we are not okay with our kids having to struggle through life being fat. His story is going to change so many people's lives, but he did not have to die. He didn't.
That will make you unhealthy. When I go do the health examination, and it comes out like everything's positive.
There's no one diagnosis for health. There's no one set of parameters for health.
My heart rate was good. Blood.
No, there's not. But there is a scale of a healthy body range for people's height and ages.
Pressure was good, even though I'm big, but I'm healthy as well.
My health is pretty good. How's yours?
Oh, lovely. How do you feel about airplane seats? I love this question.
I hate plane seats. I hate them.
I absolutely hate them.
Doesn't everyone hate aeroplane seats?
When you're 6'10", 6 foot wide, with a big bum and long legs, you cannot fit in an airline seat.
For me, what's more important on aeroplanes is the behaviour of the people around me. Most people are pretty cool. You see some occasionally they do the whole, oh no, not my row,
Do you exercise?
No. I am active, but I don't exercise for exercise sake.
Yes, I do exercise.
What does active mean to you? Most people overestimate their activity, by the way.
But not as often and as much as I'd like.
A group of friends and I did what we called Aquaporco, which is actually synchronised swimming for fat women.
Going and doing aqua aerobics 3
Fun.
times a week, that's exercise. I exercise a lot compared to what people assume I do.
No,
Yeah, I mean, water aerobics, water exercises is so beneficial when you are morbidly obese. It's so beneficial. It can help the joints so much, and it's important to move your body. But again, it's calories in, calories out. You are not going to lose weight simply by exercising and eating whatever you want. Your diet has to change.
only exercising, but it works as well. Going to work is like, going to the gym every day. That's one of my favorite places to go and do my exercises.
They were saying, well, look, our bodies can do what other bodies do, and we have a right to be in public places, and we're bathers and so on.
There was a stage where I was on a really, really ridiculous regime of exercise. People don't believe me, but I would literally exercise between 6 and 8 hours a day. It was also on some...
That's not healthy. Unless you're a professional athlete, not necessary. 6 to 8 hours a day. I would like to see that. I'd like to see what your regimen was.
Pretty full-on diet pills at the time. They were basically...
And see, taking pills, magic bullets, and you wonder why it's not sustainable. You're running yourself ragged. You are not putting enough fuel in your body to support the movements.
Vitamins. I had this incredible manic energy, but in the same sense, couldn't work. My work was in really bad state because all I focused on was exercising and losing weight.
Even though people encourage what they call obese or fat people to do exercise, when you actually go into public spaces to do exercise, you are not always treated with respect.
Yes, I've seen videos of people recording others, but I've seen a lot of fake videos too, of people staging them pretending that they're being harassed at the gym. And most people at the gym community, they're doing their own things. Do you know how hard it is to remember what set you're on when you are trying to hit a new PR? Like I don't go to the gym. I'm not even going front. I don't go to the gym, but in my little home, sitting on my couch, trying to lift my little dumbbells, I cannot remember the set that I am on. I cannot imagine doing that in a public place. I would not even know that I was walking in or out of the gym because I would be so focused on my podcast or my little audiobook that I'm listening to and trying to remember what set I'm on. I would have no clue nobody else is there. It would startle me if someone came up to me to try to work in or something, or they needed the machine that I was using. If somebody tapped me on the shoulder, I would probably pee myself because I would forget that I'm in a public place.
I'm not at the gym 5 times a week for 3 hours, and I don't intend on it because I can't stand gyms.
I kept convincing myself that the only thing that made me worthy was that I was getting thinner.
I see quite a bit of anger and disgust.
Yeah, you don't have to work out. You don't. Working out is good. You should lift weights and you should go on walks to get some steps in for your cardiovascular health, but you don't working out and exercising not to lose weight. Nope.
I think it's a really unfortunate thing. Who are you lazy fat person who eats too much, to claim happiness?
I was going to a psychiatrist at the time, and I went to him and I said...
Most of the people, I just said I don't go. Most people that are lifting weights or going to the gym used to be fat. They have their own body goals. They're not worried about your body. They're not saying you if the gym was not made for fat people, then who was it made for? It's made for people that want to transform their body. So if you are fat and you want to transform your body, if you want to gain muscle, so you're not stuck with so much loose skin. Oh, I got a long sleeve shirt on, so you can't really see. But all of this, if you want a little less loose skin, you got to get some muscle. You got to get some muscle to fill it out. Oh, that's so much easier. Got to get some muscle to fill it out. But I still have so much loose skin. I mean, I lost 170 pounds. I'm gonna have loose skin. But you got to get muscle too, to try to fill it out a little bit, or just to meet new people. You could go to the gym as a social thing as well. Meet like-minded people that may have been on the same journey as you, or are on the same journey as you, or have been where you are. Meeting new people that have goals that align with you, and making new friends with people whose goals that align can be so beneficial too. We as humans, we are not solitary creatures, and unfortunately, at least in my experience and my obesity, made me a very solitary person. It made me embarrassed. It made me want to stay inside all day. I wanted to hide.
I can't do this anymore. I have no friends. I'm miserable all the time. And the weight's creeping back. And I'm doing 6 to 8 hours exercise a day. And I was sobbing and, really in a bad place. And his response was, do you think you could squeeze another 45 minutes exercise in? I was suicidal at that point.
Surely I have a right to live how I want to live, and if I don't like exercise, that should be okay.
Where's the quality of life? Everyone talks about the quality of life when you're a fat person. I certainly didn't have a quality of life when I was trying to be a thin person.
Because you're doing it wrong. Working out should not be your full-time job. Unless, you want it to be. You want to be a trainer or something. But, if you have a actual, 9 to 5, and then you're trying to work out 6 to 8 hours a day, what? Of course you're going to be miserable. And you're taking diet pills. It'd be so much easier just to cook, a big, fat, juicy, just chicken thigh and, some sweet potato and some broccoli or some spinach or some carrots. It would be so much better just to sit down and enjoy a huge heap of food than it would be to be working out 6 to 8 times a day. If you got or 6 to 8 hours a day, if you got that much time on your hands, use that to learn to cook, girl.
Is sex difficult when you're fat?
Hot question.
No comment.
No. No, not at all.
I think sex is pretty difficult most of the time, regardless. I find someone who wants to have sex with you first.
The old missionary position stuff, those kind of things, they're still the same.
There's actually a book called Big Love. It's a book about positions that fat people.
I thought Big Love was a movie about Mormonism. Is that not right?
Can try whether you're male or female, or whether both partners are fat. So in fat sex, you might change some things, some angles, lift a piece of fat here, move a stomach there.
Instead.
That's the last thing that I want to think about when I'm trying to be all sexy. Yeah, we have a lot more fun having grown up time. Me and my husband have a lot more fun now that we're both getting healthier. We have a lot more fun.
Instead of being down there, you have to sort of be about here because you've got a bit of a cushion. It is more cushion for the pushing.
Logistics. So a lot of it might be logistical. It's kind of like an adapted Kama Sutra, using a pillow underneath your back or bum so you can lift yourself up a bit more.
I don't think you're as agile when you're a larger person. Although I did read somewhere that if you're fat, you actually last longer. So
if you want to make it work, you'll make it work.
This guy, he's bigger than me, but he has I think 11 or 12 kids. Yeah, and I asked him how do you do it, and he said well, you have your style, I have my style.
My wife and I have a sex life, and I'm not going to talk about it because I would get killed, and there would be no sex life because I'd be dead.
I think everyone just have your own style to do it.
People are obsessed with how other people have sex.
Not really. I don't want to know about having to move a fat roll here and there. Oh, no, don't know.
Maybe you're doing it wrong and I'm doing it right.
If you could weigh less tomorrow, would you? I could take a dump and weigh less in 5 minutes if you like.
Before I even read that question, I said yes. In my head, I said yes. If I could weigh less tomorrow, definitely would.
For me, that's like saying if we could live in a land of pink lemonade and, cupcakes growing on trees, would you?
Sure, it'd be nice to not have to worry about trying to find clothes.
That is so sad. To her, saying, if you could wake up and weigh less tomorrow, would you? Is the same thing as saying, if you could live in a land of pink lemonade and cupcakes, would you? It is not unobtainable. It is not unreachable. It is not unmaintainable. It's easy to maintain as well. It does not have to be hard. I've told you guys, if you've seen my videos before, I've told you, it all starts with the changing of one habit. You just have to change one thing. Just one. Just one. You just have to change one thing. And then when that thing becomes easy, you change another. You envision the higher version of yourself or the better version of yourself in what they look like, what they do, the kind of person they are, and then you make one change at a time to become that higher self. You start operating in your life as if you are already that higher version of yourself, or that elevated version of yourself, the better person, if you want. Being on this earth is about evolution and learning and growing and adapting, and it does not have to be hard. It does not have to be impossible, and it just sucks that there are so many people that think that it is so impossible, that it is so unobtainable. It's not, y'all. It's not. You can do it. You can do it.
It'd be nice not to have to worry about plane seats anymore.
Maybe I wouldn't have the solid sort of fuck you vibe that I've got, you know? When people are rude to me, I would actually take it on board more now. I'm just like, fuck you.
So growing up, it felt like to me that the worst thing you could be was fat. And so when I look back in my journals, as I always wrote, I worried that I had the worst body that anyone had ever had through history or would ever have in the future.
If I could weigh less tomorrow, definitely would. I think for me, when I'm weighing less, I move more, a lot more comfortable in my skin. Confidence is higher.
Yes, you hear him. He's thinking, he said, when I weigh less, I am more comfortable in my skin. I move more. He's speaking about this elevated version of himself, this higher version of himself. Someone that moves their body, someone who is confident in their skin. He's thinking about that higher version of himself, the escalated version, the quote unquote better person. And for him, that includes losing weight. That's not everyone's journey to being the best version of themselves. But if you are in an unhealthy weight, when you do all of this inner work to become a confident person, a more comfortable in your skin person, you start treating your body better. You start fueling your body and taking care of your body. And the weight loss becomes more of a side effect than the mission.
Just, for me, it just feels better when you're thin.
I enjoy not obsessing anymore over my body and not worrying.
We could just stop people from looking at you weirdly by teaching them that it's okay to be fat.
You can do all of the things you think you can only do when you're thin, when you're a fat person. Your body size doesn't actually determine what your life is like. Sometimes other people do.
Yes, it can. Your body size can determine whether you can reach down and tie your... Yes, it can. Your body size can determine whether you can reach down and tie your shoes to go on that hike. All the extra weight crushing your lungs can determine how far you make it on the hike. Your body weight can determine how long that you live. Your body weight can determine whether you can go on this ride with your friends or your family, or whether the weight limit is, whether you fit in the weight limit of zip lining across the volcanoes in Hawaii. Like, your weight can stop you from doing a lot of things, and it can stop you from doing them comfortably. It can stop you from having a long life as well.
The lesson I have learned is to not carry other people's negativity and not carry other people's judgment. I have to live up to my standards, not other people's.
That's it. Finished, done.
Yeah.
That's everything now.
Sweet.
So I don't know if you're going to get much of a lighthearted tone from
All right, that is the whole video. My thoughts. It seems like a couple of those people have already given up. They are just resigned to the fact that they are overweight, and that's just how they are. That's how their mom was, their grandmother was, and that's it. Everyone in their family is overweight, so I must be too. And that is really, really sad. It's really sad. And it leaves a horrible message for so many others who may watch this and look up to this and think, okay, so I'm not crazy for thinking that I can't change, or I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy for thinking that weight loss is impossible, because look at these people. All of them are saying that it's impossible too. They've tried diet pills. They've tried this. They've tried that. And they were miserable. Losing weight is not going to make me feel better. Losing weight will not fix your mental health. You have to do that. You have to fix your mental health. And like I said, losing weight is a side effect to that, for me at least. Or else I wouldn't have been able to maintain as much as I did. My journey is still ongoing. It's 5 years in the making. I started with having the gastric sleeve. I lost 150 pounds. I was able to have a baby. I gained 50 pounds back through postpartum depression. And now I'm down to 175, which is the lowest that I've ever been since probably I was 18, 19 years old. And I've done that naturally. but I had to fix my mental health to get here. I had to change my habits. I had to become a different person to get here. If you already love yourself, you already love your body, then why aren't you acting like it? Putting things in your body that makes it feel sluggish and run down and groggy, and like one of them said, like burning the candle at both ends. Why would you do that? If you love and care about yourself, stop neglecting yourself. Stop abusing your body. Eat more whole foods. Make one change. Add one color to your plate. It does not have to be hard. It does not have to be hard. And the only magic pill we're taking is the pill of discipline. You do it because there's no other option. You weigh out your food because there's no other option. You go on that walk because you're not giving yourself another option. Whether it's raining, whether it's shining, guess what? You can walk in place in your house. I thought that I would need a walking pad or a treadmill, and how am I ever going to come up with the money for this? Turns out walking in place is the exact same thing as walking on a treadmill. And I'm being for real. Like, I thought that I needed a treadmill in my house. Like, how am I ever going to get my 10,000 steps in? Like, I don't have a treadmill. We can't go outside all the time for me to walk. How am I ever going to do this? Duh. Treadmills are just walking in place. Just step in place. Just step in place. Duh. And it was like revolutionary for me. So sometimes even like the simplest concepts just seem so out of reach because our brains just work so hard to come up with excuses, because change is hard. It's easy to be just comfortable and to give up and to just settle. It's difficult to learn discipline. It's difficult to change your life, to change your eating habits. It's difficult to look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, we're done being like this. We're done treating ourselves like shit. We deserve better than this. We are worthy of something so much better than this. And I'm sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. And whatever other cliches you can come up with. I'm not trying to preach to you or anything, but that are my final thoughts. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. How do you feel? What do you think about the questions? Have you ever heard people ask these questions? Are they questions that you've asked yourself? If you are on a journey, let me know how you are doing in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts, and I hope you have a wonderful day, night, wherever it is when I find you, and I will. Thank you so much for kicking it with me, and until next time, bye-bye.
If you lost it all, still believe in yourself. No one's come to say you gotta